What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Another Thursday, another episode of Simply Sessions. We have Nico waiting here in the wings to bring you the latest and greatest in everything that's been going on in the Bitcoin ecosystem. And I will be following that up with some free sats and your tech updates for the week. With that, let's dive right in. I am Ben with the BTC Sessions. This is your Simply Session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.
Bitcoin Well is on a mission to enable independence by being one of the easiest and quickest ways to purchase Bitcoin in Canada and the US. And the best part about it, every buy goes directly into your own self-custody. They never hold your coins. You can add a Bitcoin address as part of onboarding. There's a transparent 1% spread, no hidden fees, no withdrawal fees. Plus they have KYC free sells and bill payments on their website. They're also a publicly traded company under the ticker BTC on the TSXV. Check them out over at bitcoinwell.com. Check out my full tutorial on how to use them, and you can check out the links in the show notes down below and sign up today.
CoinKite.com has some of the best hardware on the market today to secure your Bitcoin. The Cold Card Q is an absolute powerhouse and is my daily driver. And on top of this, they have plenty of other goodies, including the Mark IV, the Tap Signer, Open Dimes, the Block Clock, and much more. If you head over to their website, make sure you use code BTC Sessions at checkout to get a nice discount. Links are in the show notes down below.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Simply Sessions. We're doing it on the go. The live show might stop, but the news don't stop. So we got to keep the show going. Anyways, guys, we have a jam-packed week. Of course, it is Bitcoin. I feel like a decade in Bitcoin, or like a year in Bitcoin, is like a decade in real life. There's so much stuff happening. I've been making content for 4 years. I always feel like I'm going to run out of things to say. But every single week, the news cycle never fails me. And this week is no different. Anyways, we always talk about the disintermediation of money. Of course, this is a Bitcoin show, but we also talk about the disintermediation of information, which is equally as important. And of course, as you guys know, Simply Bitcoin was deplatformed last week. We got back on the platform thanks to all your guys' support, but also the Telegram founder was arrested. And the latest in all of this is that X was officially banned in Brazil. This is some really, really crazy stuff, guys. I'm not going to lie. It's a combination of the legacy media attacking Elon, governments attacking Elon. And I think this really highlights the importance of protocols because, you know, when there's a CEO, there's a centralized entity you can go after. There's a company, there's an office. But when there's a protocol, there is no door to knock on to shut it down. Anyways, so here, let's check out Mario Nafal, one of the best news aggregators on Twitter, on X. He says, The Guardian calls for Elon's arrest over free speech. The Guardian's Robert Reich has published an alarming opinion piece calling for global action against Elon's free speech initiatives on X. Reich suggests regulators should threaten Elon with arrest for disseminating lies and hate, citing the Telegram's founder arrest in France as a potential model. The article criticizes free speech absolutists like Elon and the Telegram founder, aligning with Alexandre de Moraes' censorship efforts in Brazil. Alexandre de Moraes is the Supreme Court judge in Brazil that essentially, circumventing the legislative process, made X illegal in Brazil. Let me read some of the pieces from the Guardian article by Robert Reich. Elon Musk is out of control. Here's how to rein him in. 3, government regulators may be on the way to doing this, as evidenced by the 24th August arrest of France Paul Durov, who founded the online communications tool Telegram, which French authorities have found complicit in hate crimes and disinformation. Like Musk, the Telegram founder has styled himself as a free speech absolutist. He goes on to say, 3, regulators around the world should threaten Musk with arrest if he doesn't stop disseminating lies and hate on X. Now, here's the problem. The First Amendment literally says that Congress shall pass no law abridging the speech of Americans. This is completely against the First Amendment, which is why they're circumventing it by putting pressure on the European Union and on other countries that don't have First Amendment protections to enforce those laws onto X, right? I highly suggest checking out this content creator by the name of Mike Benz. He's been on Tucker Carlson. He calls it I forget what the actual terminology he coined it, but basically he was making the case that the State Department is putting pressure on European countries and other countries to enforce censorship because they can't do it via the US because of First Amendment protections. This is scary stuff. I don't believe this is going to stop. The sovereign individual predicted all of this. This is information technologies. I love the quote from the sovereign individual, which is basically like nation states see their citizens as tax cattle, but now information technologies have given the tax cattle wings. So this is what we're talking about. Anyways, now the realization that I've come to is that this isn't just elements of the US government. Here is a potential future US president saying something similar. Let's check it out.
He has lost his privileges and it should be taken down. And the bottom line is that you can't say that you have one rule for Facebook and you have a different rule for Twitter. The same rule has to apply, which is that there has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites to understand their power. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight.
There is no oversight. That's not how it works. That's literally like that. It's crazy. And it was discovered after the Twitter files became public once Elon acquired Twitter that elements of the US government were putting pressure on X, on Twitter, to censor the free speech of Americans to the point that the Hunter Biden story was censored, and it came out after the fact that that story was real and that could have potentially interfered with the outcome of an election. Not to mention the fact that Mark Zuckerberg admitted not too long ago that he regrets censoring for the Biden administration. Like, this is some scary stuff. But again, I don't think this is a solvable problem. And the reason I don't think it's a solvable problem is the same reason as to why Satoshi disappeared. Satoshi fundamentally knew that if there is a central entity to go after, the government will always inevitably be able to co-opt it, which is why I'm so bullish on protocols. This is some original thought that I had after this news broke. How totalitarian regimes are reacting to X/Telegram is exactly how they are going to react to Nostr/Bitcoin. Problem for them is there is no CO to threaten or single server farm to shut down. So this is why Bitcoin Nostr are the future. And again, if you can't shut it down, you're going to be forced to argue your position rather than try to shut down the position of your political opponent. In other news, Russia. I love the game theory here. This is what Max Kaiser coined the global hash wars. Russia is about to try to use Bitcoin and crypto to get around US sanctions. Vladimir Putin passed the law making it legal for Bitcoin mining to happen in Russia and also making it legal for Bitcoin to be used for international transactions. And that's exactly what has happened. Check out this article. Russia will begin using cryptocurrencies as an international payment method starting September 1st. So it happened on Sunday of this week, as the nation seeks alternatives to circumvent the economic sanctions imposed by Western countries. Faced with challenges in traditional payment systems, Russian authorities are exploring alternative methods to facilitate international transactions. Before the Ukraine conflict in 2022, the Central Bank of Russia had advocated for a complete ban on cryptocurrencies. However, their use has become more prevalent after Russia was excluded from the SWIFT payment system. Isn't the game theory amazing? Bitcoin's incentives amazing. Even in a totalitarian country like Russia, they can't resist the incentives of uncensorable, unconfiscatable, and undebasable money. And I love Alex Gladstein's article where he makes the case that Bitcoin is a Trojan horse for freedom. So I think more and more countries that can't use the US dollar to transact internationally are going to look at Bitcoin and they're going to say, hey, that's a much better system. And I think that's a one-way door. It's going to be very difficult for the US government to convince those countries to use the US dollar. And that is where the power of the dollar reserve stems from. It stems from being the world reserve currency. And the more they politicize and weaponize the money, the more they put pressure on countries to seek uncensorable, non-political money to transact with. Anyways, moving on. This came out, this is real news. I find it hilarious. FBI warns of North Korean hackers targeting US and crypto ETFs. Here's the official FBI report. The North Korea is conducting highly tailored, difficult to detect social engineering campaigns against employees of decentralized finance, cryptocurrency, and similar businesses to deploy malware and steal company cryptocurrency. You know what's really interesting, though, is the fact that there's a giant honeypot of Bitcoin. I think last time I checked, it was 2.7 million Bitcoin are being custodied by Coinbase for 8 out of the 9 ETFs, for MicroStrategy, for all the public companies that are holding Bitcoin. They're all custodying it with Coinbase. That's a honeypot. And I think the North Koreans are looking at it and saying, hey, maybe we could tap into that. All we need to do is just convince one person. You know, these are social engineering attacks after all. Anyways, in other news, Bitcoin's traditional institutional adoption continues. Wells Fargo, America's third largest bank, it's official. They own Bitcoin ETFs. They have exposure to it. Not only that, they're also recommending the ETFs to wealthy clients starting next month. This is Bitcoin's game theory playing out in real time. You also had the CEO and chairman of Counter Fitzgerald basically making the case that over the next 5 years or so, what you're going to start to see is tremendous amount of institutional adoption in Bitcoin because of a more positive regulatory environment that is up and coming. Anyways, this was your Simply Sessions for September 5th, 2024. I'm Nico. Subscribe to Simply Bitcoin to watch the news Monday through Friday. We go live at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, you could find us at Simply Bitcoin on YouTube, on Rumble, or on Twitter. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Debify.com allows you to borrow against your Bitcoin in a non-custodial way. Collateral is held in a 3 of 4 distributed multi-sig with trusted parties. It provides institutional liquidity providers loan periods of up to 5 years with flexible conditions and the best rates. And best of all, no rehypothecation of your funds. If you want to check them out today, head over to debify.com or hit the link in the show notes down below. Keeper is a mobile Bitcoin application for managing and securing your funds for the long term. You can set up hot wallets for day-to-day spending or create digital vaults for deep cold storage. They also offer assisted multi-sig options as well as inheritance planning. And on top of that, Keeper boasts a long list of support for Bitcoin hardware, longer than I've seen for any other mobile application. You can check them out today by searching Bitcoin Keeper in your app store or heading to bitcoinkeeper.app. Speed Wallet is a Bitcoin Lightning wallet built with simplicity in mind. Spend and receive with ease, claim your own Lightning address, shop your favorite gift cards, and even earn rewards when you spend. Head over to speed.app to download the app on your mobile or desktop today and use the link down below to get 5,000 sats for free and have the chance to win even more. All right, thank you for that, Nico. And we're going to dive in to our tech updates, but not before I give away some free sats. So get those Lightning wallets ready. Whoever is ready with a Lightning wallet that is capable of scanning an LN URL withdrawal link will be able to snag somewhere between 500 and possibly even 1 million sats. I'm here on the Bitcoin Well dashboard. If you're unfamiliar, this is a great place to buy and sell Bitcoin in Canada and the US. And as you sign up, buy Bitcoin, refer friends, you earn points, which you can then use to toss a coin in the Bitcoin wishing well and win sats. So we're going to go ahead from the main dashboard and we're going to hit play now. We're going to redeem
500 points, and we're going to toss that into the well, and that will give us a QR code here. 500 sats on the line. Whoever is the first to scan it and redeem it will be our winner. So if you do win those sats, make sure you hit me up in the chat, or you hit me up on X or Nostr, or in the comments down below on YouTube, wherever you're watching this, and let me know that you were able to snag those sats. But with that, let's dive into our tech updates. And actually, we're going to stay here on Bitcoin Well, because Bitcoin Well has just integrated a new feature. Now, we've seen some Lightning integrations with them before, aka for paying bills or selling Bitcoin directly into a bank account without even having to log in. Well, they have now officially added Bitcoin Lightning withdrawals from their buy Bitcoin and their recurring buy screen. So again, on the buy Bitcoin screen, you now have, of course, your on-chain options, but you can hit Lightning. And you can see I already have one here, but if you want to add a Lightning address, you can hit Add Wallet. You give the wallet a label and plunk in your Lightning address right there. And again, just as an example, here's Speed Wallet right in my browser. I have my BTC sessions at speed.app. I could copy that. I can paste that in right here and give it a label and add it. Of course, I've already done that, so you can see my BTC sessions at Speed app already added in to my dashboard. So that is super awesome for those of you that are looking to have your funds as soon as you withdraw them, or actually as soon as you purchase them, directly into a wallet, so you can do cheap and fast transactions. Well, there you go, direct to a Lightning wallet without any issue whatsoever. And on top of that, you can make your buys, of course, without even having to log in. It's just a matter of funding, and you can see it right here. Interac e-transfer within Canada. You just send an Interac e-transfer to lightning@satstacker.ca, and then it'll give you your security question that you can queue up. As soon as that lands as a deposit, well, it will go directly to your Lightning address. How cool is that? You don't even have to log in. Anyways, awesome. Hats off to Adam at Bitcoin Well for the updates. Now, moving on in some not so fantastic news, continuing on, Mutiny Wallet shutdown now has a timeline announced. Mutiny Wallet, I really loved this project, and it's unfortunate that they weren't able to continue it going, but let's just read what they have to say here. Last month, Mutiny announced the shutdown of its wallet service. It will be removed from app stores and the web by December 31st, 2024. Mutiny wallet users need to move funds out and close open Lightning channels. It supports sending to Bitcoin, Lightning, or Fedimint wallets. Users can self-host Mutiny on the one-click install on StartOS. So I do have Start9 server. You can host that, but there's some intricacies involved with that. The project will continue as open source code. You can also transfer any eCash balance from the to the Fedi app with low fees if in the same federation. The self-hosted version can still act as a Fedimint wallet. Mutiny team isn't going anywhere. We care very much about the need for strong data privacy, and we're working on novel security tools to develop across the ecosystem. Privacy UX needs an upgrade for users and builders. If you're an app dev, reach out. We can chat. And they stated that in the blog post. The timeline, obviously, we're already into September here. So October 1st, the receive button will be disabled in the hosted app. Users may only move funds out. By December 31st, wallet app.mutiny.wallet.com shuts down. The app is pulled from Apple and the Google Play stores. Emergency kit with data download replaces the wallet interface at that same website. And Q1 2025, as traffic decreases, the emergency kit also sunsets. So get a move on, get your funds out of Mutiny Wallet, and move into other alternatives that appeal to you. Moving on here, in some more positive news, we're seeing the proliferation of Bolt 12 offers across multiple implementations here. So, quote from Strike: "Today, we're excited to announce our support of Bolt 12 offers, a revolutionary technology that enables a more private, versatile, and user-friendly way to send and receive sats over the Bitcoin Lightning Network." This is from Tom Kirkpatrick. He posted a blog. Whilst we have successfully achieved our goal of enabling Bolt 12 payments from Strike, our initial integration only supports a basic offer payment flow. However, it paves the way for exciting and more advanced Bolt 12 features over time. With much of the groundwork now done and out there in the open source universe, we've proven that there is a viable path to deliver a Bolt 12 experience with LND today. We're excited to see the continued evolution of Bolt 12 as more services and node operators upgrade over the coming months and years. Now, it does go into some technicals of how it works in the background, but the long and the short of it is Bolt 12 enables you to have a static payment address without having to generate a new invoice every time. This is a little bit different from something like an LN URL, and it just makes the whole experience easier, more intuitive, and allows for additional privacy when utilizing the Lightning Network. So huge leap forward, super stoked about that. This comes on the heels of the integration with Phoenix Wallet as well, and more players starting to look at integrating Bolt 12 into their Lightning functionality. Awesome. Cheers to Strike. Moving on, Bull Bitcoin announces a launch in France, and the mobile wallet version 0.3.0 has been released. So Bull Bitcoin announced its launch in France. They recently acquired Bitcoin Lion, one of France's oldest brokers. To support Bitcoiners, both experienced and new, Bull Bitcoin is collaborating with its founding member, Jimmy Chambrad, I think is how you pronounce it. The company announced in a blog post, quote, "Our mission is to equip you with the tools to reclaim your freedom and sovereignty. It started more than 10 years ago in Canada, continued to Costa Rica, and now we open a new chapter in our fight against central bankers alongside the French people." In related news, the company just released version 0.3.0 of the Bull Bitcoin mobile app, an open source and trustless Bitcoin and Liquid network wallet with integrated atomic swaps across Bitcoin, Lightning, and Liquid. It's available on Android with an iOS version launching soon. Bull Bitcoin Wallet is available worldwide, and you do not need a Bull Bitcoin account. And that's from Francis Pouliot, of course, founder of Bull Bitcoin. I played around with it, really cool wallet, and it will feel similar to how Aqua Wallet works, where in the back end, yes, you can send and receive both Lightning and Liquid, but it is natively Liquid network, what you're holding in the spending day-to-day spending wallet. And then, of course, you have on-chain accessibility as well, and you can swap between them. So love to see more wallets integrating things like bolts to make navigating the world of Lightning a little bit easier. So hats off to Francis and everybody at the Bull Bitcoin team. In the same realm, really cool to see, this tweeted out by Cashew, the @Cashew BTC handle. Huge milestone, Coinos wallet integrates the Cashew protocol. So Cashew is an eCash system based on Lightning, which gives near perfect privacy, instant free transactions, and easy integration with any other Lightning wallet as well. It's really cool. I've done lots of videos in and around Cashew and the various implementations and wallets that you can use with it, but it's super awesome to see Coinos integrate this. And so here is my Coinos wallet here. And so you can see you have options. Okay, well, I want to receive on-chain Bitcoin, or I want to receive via Liquid, or I want to receive via Lightning, or set a Lightning invoice. But now they have this additional link down below where if you have an eCash string that you want to paste in, you click that, you paste it, and you can claim it directly into your Coinos wallet. And you can also set thresholds. So Coinos is a custodial wallet, but you can set a threshold, an upper threshold that you will allow before it will auto send out to a wallet of your choice, which you can set. So that's super cool. So it can you can use a custodial service for the ease of being able to receive or send in any form that you like, but you can also protect yourself by auto sending to full self-custody too. That's a cool feature that I'd like to see integrated in more custodial Lightning wallets so that you can mitigate risk in that realm. Moving on, Zaprite. I love this. Zaprite I use all the time. I use it for invoicing. I use it for easy payment links, things like that. I've used it a ton over the past, I'd say, year and a half here. And they've just released their point of sale terminal, which I absolutely love. So this is super useful in that you can set up a point of sale terminal. It could be as simple as just, I have an example here as just a regular screen where you put in a dollar amount, whatever your local currency is, or a Bitcoin amount, and you set it up and it will be able to receive via whatever receiving mechanism you want. So Lightning to your own Lightning wallet of your choice, on-chain to an XPub that you've set up that maybe goes to a hot wallet or cold storage or whatever. But it has all of these different integrations for things like Strike or things like Albi or all this other stuff, plus fiat options as well, side by side. On top of this, you can set up the screen so that if maybe you're selling something where you need to know the person that purchased it so you can supply that person with it later or do some shipping or whatever it is, you can set those required fields in advance of typing in and receiving a payment. So I'm super, super happy about this new feature. And it's really simple. It's just over on the left-hand side of when you're logged into your dashboard, you can create as many of these as you want. And furthermore, it's just a simple link. So if you have employees that are at a front end counter and you don't want them having access to any of your other stuff or any of your records or any of the funds, you can just have the link loaded up on an iPad or a phone or whatever. And all they need to do is type in the amount or whatever it is, and they will be able to receive the payment, but they have no access to anything else. So that is super, super awesome. Hats off to the Zaprite team. Stoked to see them continue building. This is so, so useful. I can't stress it enough. Moving on, I am going to be covering, actually I'm actively editing it right now. It should drop, I'm guessing, on the weekend, but I am revisiting Wasabi Wallet. So I'd previously kind of stepped away from Wasabi. I no longer used it when the coordinator they were running for CoinJoin, they basically came out and said like, hey, we're worried about top-down pressures. So we're going to, by default, we're going to use on-chain analysis and check your coins before we allow you to CoinJoin. And that just didn't sit right with me. So I kind of was like, no, I'm not going to use this anymore. Anyways, the long and the short of it is, in the wake of what happened with Samurai, Wasabi Wallet itself, or ZK Snacks, the parent company, said, hey, we're just not going to even run a coordinator anymore. So they sunset that, but they left the window open for you to add in the coordinator of your choice. And you did have that option before, but there weren't really any sizable coordinators to even bother with. Well, that has changed. And so now you can actually download Wasabi Wallet, designate one of a variety of coordinators that have since popped up in the wake of Samurai Wallet being shut down and Wasabi sunsetting their coordinator. And some of these have meaningful volume. And so I'm covering how to use it, how to set it up, how to auto mix to cold storage, how to connect to your node. So that'll be dropping in the coming days here. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you have the little sub and notification bell on so that you can see when that drops. But pretty smooth experience, I'll say. Of course, I'm not going to dive into the debate over the protocol itself. There's limited options out there right now when it comes to on-chain privacy. And so this is one of them. And I thought it worth covering, given that things have changed a little bit. And then finally, I'm going to be heading to Vegas pretty soon here. I'm going to be in Vegas from September 16th through 19th for Unconfiscatable, hosted by Tone Vase. Should be a good time. If you're in the Vegas area or if you're thinking of maybe coming on down, I encourage you to check it out. There's still tickets left. It should be a good time. Head over to unconfiscatable.com and join us. It should be a blast. I'm going to be down there with Nico and plenty of others. And we're just going to be having a good time chatting. There's going to be the Scammy Awards. There's going to be some various chats, and tickets are not that expensive. And actually, it should be a pretty intimate event. You'll be able to just kind of like chill out and hang with everybody. There's a carnivory dinner the day prior. I think there might be a few tickets left for that. Anyways, let me know if you're coming, and I will see you in Vegas. And with that, I'm going to round out. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please do like, sub, share, all those things. They're super important, getting this content in front of more eyeballs. If you want to help the show in another way, hit up the previously mentioned sponsors in the show notes down below. Don't forget to tune in for Why Are We Bullish tomorrow evening as well. 6 p.m. Eastern time. And finally, if you've been poking around the channel, taking in some tutorials, and you find that you're stuck and you're just kind of standing still in your Bitcoin journey and you need some additional help, you need to grapple some concept, get over a hurdle, learn hardware or hot wallets or multi-sig or running a node or home mining or lightning, whatever it may be, I encourage you to reach out to my team of incredible educators over at bitcoinmentor.io. They can lead you through just about anything that you want to learn. You can set up a free 15-minute call to talk about what you're looking to learn. And from that, if it seems like the right fit for you, you will be linked up with a mentor whose skill set perfectly aligns with what you're looking to do. So again, check them out, bitcoinmentor.io. And with that, I'm out. Have yourselves a wonderful day or evening, wherever you may be. I'll see you guys next time for your Simply session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.